Welcome back to another episode of Our Life Beginnings and Always. My name is Kiki, and thank you for coming to hang out with me today while I play through Paige Maple's preteen years. I'm excited for this game. I personally love this game. It's so relaxing and chill. So we are gonna jump right into our last save. And we start off with Derek. Alden, I'm gonna turn down the game. So my pug is in the room with me. I didn't kick her out this time. So you may hear her snoring and grunting and breathing in the background. She's a pug, so she is not very ASMR friendly, but I'm giving her a chance. We'll see how this video comes out. But you know what would really improve the day? What? He didn't respond. Instead, he used a hand to point right at the fruit arrangement that you were still holding. You'd completely forgotten about it during the mini drama that unfolded. You had gotten used to the weight. Glancing over to Cove, you noticed he was eyeing the fruit. He must want some too. I need to save it, or why not? Let's eat. We just had a dramatic time with that new neighbor. Let's eat. Let's eat our feelings. Derek perked up immediately at your words. He reached out for a skewer, hesitating slightly once he was inches away. Are you sure? You nodded with an eager grin. He plucked out a prime row of fruits. Cove grabbed one for himself after him. Only you were without a skewer of your own. You took the pineapple skewer, the grape skewer, the strawberry skewer, or the melon skewer. I like grapes and strawberries. Let's do grapes. There were 4 juicy grapes on a single skewer. It was the obvious choice. Derek ate a pineapple skewer enthusiastically, finishing it within moments. This is amazing. It's not that different than any normal fruit. It's kinda worse. These have been out in the open with their skins off for a while. Sheesh. Hey, you do remember the Land Before Time? That fruit thing makes me think of it. The dinosaurs all liked the leaves that were shaped like stars. Oh, do you guys remember that movie? I do remember. That was a really sad movie. Tree stars. Yeah, chomping leaves looked so delicious when they did it. True. And there was that scene with the pretty trees, and all the dinosaurs came in and picked everything off them till there was nothing. That's us right now. Awesome. I love that movie. I've never seen it. I didn't like that one. That movie's for kids. Eating leaves looks good. Should I worry about you? Do you think things taste better when they're shaped like stars? I love that movie. That is a nostalgic movie. I was literally like 5 years old when I saw that movie, but I remember it. Me too. The 3 of you continued like this for the next few minutes. Eventually, the display was barren. It looked weird when devoid of fruit. Hey, we weren't supposed to eat all of it. It did help make you feel better. Eating it all hadn't really made you feel better. Let's do. It did make you feel better. Derek was right. It was so good. You were already brightening up from that earlier drama. Hey, Paige. Yeah. The 2 of you met eyes casually. That was pretty cool. What you said back at that guy. What'd I say? Oh, thanks. I was just saying what I thought. Derek chimed in while in high spirits. You totally owned him. I don't know know what parents say, but it's good at least somebody is around to tell him what's what. Yeah. Derek then leaned back on his arms. He contemplated the sky with a content sigh. So, are you both ready for summer break? Yeah, no, I'm not sure. Are you? How's someone supposed to be ready for a break? Yeah, I'm ready. Cool on you. Wish I could say the same. Feels like there's a lot to plan for. And what about you, Cove? Are you ready? I think that depends. Before you could say anything else, the light atmosphere was shattered by Elizabeth. Hey, Paige. You glanced over your shoulder to see your sister. She strode closer and closer, appearing none too pleased. I've been looking all over for you. Ma said you and Cove ran off with the thing Mr. Holden bought for us. She leered over you with arms folded. So, where is it? Uh-oh. We ate it. It is gone. What do you mean, gone? You moved over to the side to face her completely. She zeroed in on the bouquet in your hands, which was now populated exclusively with skewers, dripping in juice, and tiny flecks of leftover fruit pieces. Her mouth dropped open and the tone of her voice rose. What? Seriously, Paige? What were you thinking? It was supposed to be for all of us at home. Nobody told me that. She glanced at Cove, who sat beside you, and continued mockingly. Even if you are the most important person in the household to the delivery boy, this was up to his dad. It seemed everybody was in a mood to tease you and Cove today. Cove's cheeks became a couple shades redder, but he didn't deny the accusation. He couldn't. Everyone knew the two of you gave each other special priority. Sorry, Elizabeth. Get over it. Well, the morning has been kind of a disaster. We were hungry. It wasn't us. A seagull came down and ate it all while we weren't looking. I'm gonna say... The morning's been kind of a disaster. Elizabeth narrowed her eyes, not at all placated. Oh no, I think I hear the mean kid coming back. We better get out of here. Elizabeth blinked, confused, and looked around. What kid? I don't see anyone. Derek didn't bother explaining. He just lunged to his feet and ran off. Cove hopped up too, gladly taking the opportunity to exit the situation. He followed after Derek, but he sent a look to you from over his shoulder. You turned to watch Elizabeth. She stared back, brow raised. You ran, you stayed. Okay, so I know that if you treat your sister badly, there are consequences later in the game. But what would Paige do in this situation? I think Paige needs to take accountability. She's gonna stay. You didn't make a break for it. Instead, you carefully got out from the sand, bouquet still in hand. Once you straightened up, Elizabeth smiled affectionately over at you. Aw. Come on, fugitive. You nodded, then gazed at the empty bouquet. How would you explain what happened? You know, you could tell them those boys ate it all. They bailed, so they don't get to tell the story. Moms would never need to find out. Really? She bumped your shoulder, winking cheekily. What else is family for? Oh, sisterly love. You laughed together, making your way home side by side. When you and Elizabeth had returned earlier with the empty bouquet, Mom was bummed, but Mom was bummed she didn't get anything. Ma consoled her with a promise own later. Elizabeth said nothing about how it came to be empty, and the event was dropped without question. That's nice of her. You'd think they were just happy you and your sister seemed to be in good moods. That was a while ago now. Now we are enemies. Later that night, you found yourself seated near the kitchen counter. Your fingers drummed on the surface as you waited, your gaze strained on the phone. You were waiting on a call tonight, specifically from your cousin Leandra. You didn't want to miss it accidentally. Your uncle, aunt, and Lee used to live many hours away. Your families only saw each other a few times a year for big occasions. A while back, though, they'd moved and were closer to you than ever before. You now hung out regularly. That's cool. With school being out, you're positive she's gonna want to come over a lot. The two of you were the same age and got along so well. She used to be really fond of Lizzie, Elizabeth, too, but now that your sister had become allergic to interacting with her own family, it tended to be just you and Lee who spent time together. She was your only friend who was a girl. Being family helped make you close, but you had a lot of girlfriends. Well, Paige is shy, so I don't imagine she would have many friends. We're gonna say she was your only friend who was a girl. You weren't all that close with any other girls your age. But you had plenty of other friends, but you didn't really have a lot of other friends either. Ma always said that quality was more important than quantity. When Elizabeth bemoaned your small social circle, you weren't sure how friendship quality was judged, but nevertheless, you thought what you had with Lee was good. Then the shrill ringtone announced an incoming call. You jumped before grabbing the receiver and pressing it to your ear. Lee, finally. Who is it? Mape Residence, Paige speaking. Hello. I'm just gonna say, hello. Hi. Oh my gosh, I can't do whisper voices. Hi, Paige. It's Lee. I'm glad it's you. For a second there, I thought it might be one of Elizabeth's friends. There was static on the end, as if Lee was shifting wherever she was. So, can you believe school's actually over? I thought it'd never be done. Now we don't have to do any of that boring stuff, and we can hang out whenever we want. Speaking of hanging out. Lee, can we wait a second? Let me just head to my room. Oh yeah. You got up from your seat at the counter. Luckily, the phone was wireless, so you didn't have to worry about any cords tying you down. Your mom's had a rule about not moving the phone unless a call was in progress, which was why you'd been sat by its cradle waiting for Lee to call. This game is so detailed. Your mom's could be really unfair. You thought that made sense. You didn't like it, but it had to be that way. Yeah, you didn't like it, but it had to be that way. The phone always gets lost. You weren't the only person here. If anyone could take the phone anywhere at any time, it'd be an even bigger hassle. You could easily imagine the receiver having a new forever home in Elizabeth's locked room. But now that Lee had called, it was okay for you to go upstairs to your bedroom and talk to her. You made your way up the stairs smiling. There was a lot of explanation for why you were sitting by the phone. After you had arrived, you shut the bedroom door firmly behind you. You took a seat on your bed. I love the gaming-looking chair. The office gaming chair, whatever you want to call it. I like this. This is cute. I love the window by the bed. Very cute, very cute. Alright, I'm here. Cool. Hey, do you know the girl down the street from me has her own phone now? A cell phone. She doesn't have to wait for someone else to stop using it or anything. Wow, really? The thought of someone having a phone that was all their own seemed unbelievable to you. Right? I wish I had one too, but my parents said I couldn't get my own phone until I'm more grown up. placing the phone between your shoulder and ear, you puffed up your pillows and made yourself more comfy. It was strange to think of a time when normal school would be over and you'd have to choose whether or not to go to a college. School was such a big part of your life right now. Studying didn't come easily to you, though you tried hard. You worked about as hard as most people and got pretty average results as well. You never tried much, but you still didn't do that bad. You didn't bother at all in school, and your grades reflected that. Everything in your classes came easily to you. You worked hard for your excellent grades. I want Paige to be mature and academically responsible. So, you worked about as hard as most people. I want her to be a little bit better than average. Everything in your classes came easy. You worked hard for your excellent grades. She works hard. Every A+ you brought home was a result of a concentration and diligence. You hoped that you would be able to keep it up through high school. Yeah, get it, Paige. You felt a lot of pressure to maintain high grades you had last year. You hoped you'd do just as well this year, but it wouldn't be a big deal if they dropped to some. You were confident your grades would remain great. You had no plans on getting excellent scores this time around. You hoped you'd do just what I'm just gonna be kind of casual about it, you know? I'm just cash. If they drop a little, that's fine. Bees are okay. You had a positive record. It wouldn't be worth it to stress over every mark. That's healthy. Yeah. You tried to sound engaged, but your mind had decided to go back to school despite the season. Lee knew you too well to be fooled. You sound so spacey. What's up? Just thinking about school. Lee groaned. Are you thinking about how we don't have to think about it because it's summer? That's what I'm doing. I'm looking forward to going back. Let's make a petition for more vacation time. It's so awful. I hate going. Come on, it's too scary not to think about it. Let's make a petition for more vacation time. Oh, I forgot. Character unlocked. Lee, the cousin. Yeah, everybody in class would sign it. Maybe some of the teachers too. Though, I guess school isn't all the way bad. You can just do more when school's out. Learning new things can be cool. Gym is pretty great though. It's the easiest way to hang out with people not in the neighborhood. The cafeteria lunches at my school could be better than they had any right to be. There's nothing good about my school. I'm gonna say it's very cool. Gym's pretty great though. Damn it, can I do all of the above? I'm gonna do its easiest way to hang out with people not in the neighborhood. Though Paige has no friends, so I don't know what she's talking about. If I didn't go to school, I'd never meet anybody new. No one really comes here. Learning new things can be cool. I just wish everyone did okay with how they taught things, not just some people. Me too. Gym is pretty great though. That reminds me, I'm going to the gym today with my friend, and it's like this boot camp class. And I'm actually really nervous because I know I'm gonna get my ass kicked tonight and tomorrow. I'm gonna be so sore. There was all sorts of sports stuff during gym. Oh yeah, it can be fun sometimes. The cafeteria lunches at my school are bomb. Lucky, mine's boring. But that was all. That was all. That's why I love school. And that's pretty much everything that's good about school. Okay, point taken. Now I decree the topic of school is officially closed. Closed. We have to talk about the summer first before we start plotting the rest of our lives. I've got some plans already. Like, I'm gonna visit my cousins. You chuckled, of course. What's something you want to do? The first thing that comes to your head. Maybe a first kiss. I want to spend time with people. Some new art supplies, reading, catch up on movies and TV, spend time at the beach. I don't want to do anything at all. It's vacation. Spend time at the beach, for sure. I've gotta guess that one. You leaned back in your bed, settling in as you continued chatting with your friend, even though it hadn't been that long since you saw her. And you'd be seeing her soon. You found plenty to talk about. For one, the events of the day. You sat up straighter. I was with Cove and Derek today, and we met a new kid. Like, at your neighborhood? His parents are visiting family, so it sounds like he'll be around for a little while. I don't know how long. What was he like? Creepy, mean, weird, interesting. He was mean. Let's just be truthful. That guy was mean. He kept snapping when all we were trying to do was talk to him. He just kept being rude to everyone. But especially Cove. It was awful. I don't think I want to meet him. You want a boy to stay away before even meeting him? That's an unexpected twist, you boy crazy cousin. Your cousin was pretty popular with the boys who knew her. She seemed happy enough to have them around until they started to annoy her. Hey, who are you to talk? You give practically all your attention to boys. Or maybe just one boy. Got me. I see how much you like Cove. You got me. I just said that. I have to say it. Lee laughed at your affirmation, deeply amused. You shut your eyes tightly, feeling embarrassed about her reaction. Oh no. The music. There was a stomping noise approaching your room, heralding the arrival of your irritated older sister. She flung the door open, a frown etched on her face. The little adventure from earlier hadn't got you any goodwill this time, it seemed. How long are you gonna hog the phone? Glancing at your watch, you realized your quick call had gone on much longer than anticipated. Elizabeth held out her hand, the other one lodged on her hip. She noticed the realization on your face. Time's up. Gotta go. I'll see you soon, okay? With a sigh, you said your goodbyes to Lee. Sorry for being long. I'm still using it. No, get out of my room. I'm just gonna say, gotta go. I'll see you soon, okay? Okay, see you. Tell Elizabeth and your moms I said hi too. You'd barely pressed the end call button when Elizabeth whisked the handset from your fingers and began dialing someone new as she strode out of the room. Your mom's voice called from downstairs. Hey, has anyone seen the phone? I'm using it. With that, she shut your door behind you. Silence was left in the wake. That was one way to end your first day of summer break. Sometime later, it had gotten dark outside, and you laid in bed wide awake. Your window rattled all of a sudden, startling you badly. You flinched, staring over at it with furrowed brows. From your vantage point, you saw only the moon and an open sky. You were scared, confused, annoyed, curious. Curious. We're no scaredy cat. What had caused that noise? Cocking your head, you sat up and moved closer to the window. You wanted to get to the bottom of this. To your utter shock, your gaze was met by a pair of familiar ocean blue eyes. Cove. You squinted. Yep, Cove is right outside your window. Your house was very angular, and some parts stuck out further than others, so it theoretically wouldn't be hard to climb around on. Still, just because somebody could didn't mean you expected it to ever happen. To his credit, Cove was doing fine. His feet were braced against a section of the wall that jutted out, his arms flexing with the effort to keep him upright. He easily lifted a hand and waved at you from the other side of the glass. You hurriedly opened the window. Ooh. Cove climbed over the ledge, releasing a breath once he was safely inside. Hi, Paige. Oh gosh, what are you doing? What's up, Romeo? This is a surprise, but you're always welcome. Is everything okay? What happened? You're lucky I didn't start screaming. screaming. Amazing, my dreams have come true. Okay. I'm gonna say this sure is a surprise, but you're always welcome. Thanks. I needed to talk to you and couldn't wait until tomorrow. If I rang the doorbell, I know your moms would have answered and they'd just make me go home. I didn't really want to explain why I was coming over anyway. I don't want to talk about it. Well, besides with you, I mean, but that's why I did that. As unexpected as this was, you were touched. Cove felt like he could tell you what was wrong. I might have tried calling or something, except my dad was on the phone. Cove suddenly looked very cross. Dad, he was talking to my mom. Still is, probably. You raised your eyebrows. Cove had eavesdropped on his parents' phone conversation. ? You shouldn't have done that. Eavesdropping is bad. I would have done that too. You didn't comment on him eavesdropping. I would have done that too. Cove looked relieved. A small smile played on his lips. Yeah, it's hard not to spy at least a little. It was about me. Are you gonna stay with your mom for a while again? Every year, Cove was sent off to live with his mom for a few weeks. When it happened varied. Sometimes he would go during winter break, but usually he went during summer. Even though it was hard news when you found out he was leaving, and you missed seeing him those weeks, you understood. To your surprise, however, he shook his head. That's what I thought too, but no, that's not what they were saying. My dad asked my mom not to have me leave this year. He said she should come stay with us here. You waited for him to continue. He didn't. The conversation abruptly dropped off. You couldn't help but stare at Cove. There was a complicated mix of expressions on his face. Did she say what she would do? She told him she'd come. I know she's coming soon before school starts. Oh. You had heard Cove talk about his mom a lot over the years. He'd tell you about past memories or what happened while he was visiting her. Still, it was one thing to hear about someone and another to actually meet them. Very soon you were going to see Cove's mom in person. You were taken aback by the news, so you could only imagine how Cove felt. You looked over at him. He was pacing across your room, his features pained with dread. Before, they'd barely stay in the same room long enough to have lunch. Now we're gonna be all together again, the three of us, after all this time. Just for a few weeks. I know I should probably be happy they can talk to each other now. I'm still not. I'm just confused and freaked out, and now I feel really bad for feeling this way. Your feelings are valid, Cove. That voice acting. Paige, it's so... His fists tightened and his eyes became misty. I shouldn't keep getting like this. It's been a long time already, and I'm not a little kid. Though he wouldn't meet your eyes, you knew he was waiting for you to say something. There's nothing wrong with feeling bad. That is hard to deal with. We can deal with this. I'm sorry, Cove. You know I'm here for you. Yeah, that's a lot. You didn't know what to say. Okay. I'm gonna say, I'm here for you. Cove sniffled. You were afraid he might really start crying, but he didn't. Instead, he smiled. See, now I feel kind of better. Visiting like this wasn't a bad idea. Cove is so cute. A momentary silence fell over the two of you. You marveled at how the day started. You had woken up eager for summer vacation, but now things seemed so crazy. The mini debacle with Mr. Holden's gift, the newest addition to the neighborhood being so rude, and as if all that wasn't enough, now Cove's mom would be living with Cove and his dad again. Your whole life was kind of like that, it seemed. Complicated and hard and different. Why couldn't things just get better with time? Paige! The sound of your name said quietly pulled you from your thoughts. Cove gazed at you concerned. First kiss, first kiss, first kiss. No, I'm not okay. yourself for me. I want to listen to you too. Cove grinned reassuringly. It was small and delicate, but you knew it was genuine. Moonlight from outside cast shadows across his face and lit up his eyes. They seemed to sparkle with his smile. First kiss. We'll see. Moonlight from outside cast. Oh, yeah. Just that one look brightened your mood somewhat. You know, I think I don't want to talk anymore about this. He looked away, his lips thinning into a line, and rubbed at his arms. But I kinda don't want to go back home either. Could I stay a little longer, just doing something else? He appeared equal parts hopeful and vulnerable. How could you possibly turn him away? You can stay tonight. I've got a flashlight and some cards. Are you in? Of course, you can always stay here, Cove. Okay, I've got a flashlight and some cards. Let's do this. You shifted from one foot to another, hoping you'd said the right thing. Cove perked up at your response, a smile appearing on his face. He immediately took a seat on your bed, not afraid to get comfortable in your room. You felt a little better at the sight, somehow. You still had a lot of worries, but you were glad he was here. And not just tonight, you were glad he came into your life in the first place. That was a change you never want to undo. It felt totally natural to let him into your little world. He fit into it like a missing piece of the puzzle, and you were certain there was room to get even closer. What does that mean? Oh my god. You joined Cove on your bed, taking a seat across from him. He smiled at you again, but you could tell this time it was half-hearted. He was so easy to read. Though he didn't want to talk about his mom and dad, he must be thinking about what happened and what's about to happen. You smiled gently. You put a hand on his shoulder, you pat his back. Hug him. Took his hand in yours, nudged him with your foot. Let's hug him. You moved closer and wrapped your short arms, my short arms, around him as much as you could. How small are my arms? It wasn't much, but you hoped the contact helped even a little. Cove rose up, startled. After a moment, his arms came up and he returned your hug. The two of you remained like that for some time. He might have mumbled something to you, but it was too quiet to tell what it was. They're practically dating at this point. When you pulled back, his expression had softened into something more natural. Conversation was stilted and broken up often by silence at first. Then both of you were able to get into your usual candor. As your secret hangout session stretched on, you thought that you truly wanted to keep having moments like this with him. You hoped a day would never come when life decided that the two of you would have to part ways, and you knew Cove felt the same. And I am going to end the episode here. That was a fun little episode. We got a little bit of a spiel from Cove. His mom is coming to visit and live with him really for a few weeks. We unlocked a few new characters. We unlocked Derek in the last episode, then we unlocked Lee in this one, and I'm guessing in the next one we're gonna unlock Cove's mother, but we'll see. If you are still here, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed this and found it relaxing. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.